This is the third time I'm filming this video. Today I am going to attempt to do a makeup tutorial using anatomical terms. See, this is the third take and I still don't know what to say. I will be using regions because I tried using bones and that was just confusing. So let's just get on with the video. I am going to start by putting on concealer, and from what I learned from the last take of this video is that I will look at the screen because the mirror doesn't show me the color as intense as the screen does, and you will be seeing what's on the screen. So I'm not going to use my notes because that did not serve its purpose when I did this the last time. So for concealer, I will be applying that to the infraorbital region. Dogs, am I right? Okay. I feel like there's hope for this. So that's where I'll be putting that on. I'll also be applying a bit to the frontal region, I guess over here, and then also a little bit on the mental region, which is over here. And then I will be blending that with this brush because that is much faster than using the sponge. And I am recording this video with the fan and the air conditioner off because the audio is just much better that way. But also, I don't want you to see me sweat so bad. Okay. That's all blended out. Next, let's set that with some powder. Ooh, wow, I have to be super quick because I'm starting to sweat. Wow, I look flat. Next, I will be bronzing and I will apply that along my hairline, which is in the frontal region. I will be very light about that because I've made this mistake already. And we learn from our mistakes. It's not showing up as much as I would like, either on camera or on the mirror, or maybe it's just because my forehead is so big. Did that change anything? I feel like the last take. Oh, whoa! Okay. We learn from our mistakes. So that's the frontal region. I'll also be going into the temporal region. I am going to be putting on some contour, which I don't usually put on contour, but for the sake of this video. So I will be putting the contour along the inferior edge of the zygomatic region. You see when I do that, it just has this like natural depression. I will be applying the product onto that area, but like lateral to my eye. Like I'm not going into this area. So just keep it there. I feel like I can do a little more. But then when I look forward, you don't even see it. Okay. I think, is it my head shape? Or am I not doing this right? Do a makeup tutorial. You kind of just move along the area. See? I put on too much. I put on too much. We learn from our mistakes. Wow, I really did not learn. You know what? You won't even see it if I look forward. But if you put on contour, that's where you put it. You also want to put it along the edge of your buccal region. Is that how you say it? Buccal? Buccal?
Buckle.
Buccal. I got it right. This is your mandible. So you're applying it along the edges of your mandible. And that's sort of just to define your jawline, I think. Why do I keep putting on too much? We learn from our mistakes. Okay, let's do blush. I like to put it on... Where is the blush though? Okay, let's just use any color brush. Blush. I like to put the blush on my zygomatic region. Just build it up because, as we've learned, it's harder to blend it if you just smack all the color onto your face. Does that look fine? Okay, it started raining, so I don't know how that's gonna affect the audio, but I really don't want to do a fourth take. No. No. Okay, let's just... Really though? Let me tell you, I deleted the footage from the last take because I don't have storage. It stopped raining. Okay. I was saying they do this thing where the blush gets onto the nasal region and the infraorbital region apart from the zygomatic region. So that's what I'm doing here. And that's what you could do if that's your trip. Do people say that? That's your trip? Oh my gosh. Okay. Highlight, blush. Oh, highlight. That's what I haven't done. I like to highlight on the part of the zygomatic region that is close to the orbital rim. Orbital rim? That is close to the orbital region. So like this area. Can you see it? I like my highlight to be there. I love it. I love highlight. I also like to put it on this part of my nasal region and on the tip of my nose. Oh, there. I also like to put it this area here. So this is superior orbital rim. I need to finish this before the rain gets too strong. Oh my. You can kind of feel the orbital rim if you palpate your eye like this. And where I like to put the crease shade is just below that rim. It's like poking into the rim. Can you see? Can you see the difference? I may have put too much product on the brush. I definitely did. We learn from our mistakes. How do makeup people do this? I can't see. Do they zoom in? I should probably zoom in. Ooh, there. Okay, that doesn't look very good. It's because of my eyelids. Like, see? This is where the rim is, and this is where my eyelids are. If you have the kind of eyelids that aren't like mine, then I guess that's where you put the crease shade. But you can kind of see what I'm trying to do, right? I'm trying to deepen the natural depression of the face. So that's how it looks like. Should I even put on mascara? Yeah. So this is the final look. I mentioned earlier that the problem from the previous video that I filmed was that I used bones as my reference points for where to put on the product. If you look at the anterior view, you kind of see part of the parietal bone peeking, and then if you look at like lateral views of the skull, you also see the sphenoid bone. And so I got confused because I was like, that doesn't go into the sphenoid because the sphenoid is way in there, but you don't really go into the bone because there's still muscles on your face. That's why I opted to use regions instead. Okay, so to review, concealer, I put concealer on my maxillary region. I think I referred to that in this video. I said infraorbital region, but the bone that's in this area is the maxillary bone. And I also put concealer up here, which is on the frontal bone. I put bronzer along my hairline, which is also the frontal bone. And, okay, final, I will use temporal bone as the... Oh no, now I'm confused. Should I have said zygomatic bone? Oh my god, are we back here again? See, if I just try to feel my face, this area is zygomatic bone area. If I try to palpate up to this side of my face, that's still zygomatic bone. Why did I do this? I could have just stuck to regions, and now I'm back to square one. This area would be like the zygomatic process. The zygomatic arch is formed jointly by the zygomatic process of the temporal bone. So if I talk about this part of my face, it's temporal bone. That's final. Frontal bone, temporal bone. Let's move on from bronzer because that's what's taking me so long. And then I contoured along the inferior edge of my zygomatic bone here. No, it's not zygomatic bone anymore. No. Yeah, it is. Okay, you know what? Just to be sure, we might be touching on a bit of... Oh, this is so difficult. So we kind of passed the temporal bone a little bit up to the zygomatic bone. That's where we put on contour, as well as a little bit on the edges of the mandible. Next, blush, which is on my zygomatic bone. And if you want to do that thing where I was talking about, we pass the zygomatic bone, a little bit of the maxillary bone, and then up to the nasal bone. So that's for blush. Next is highlight, which I applied on my nasal bone, on the part of the zygomatic bone that's close to the orbital rim, and superior orbital rim. That's where I put my highlight. I also put the crease shade for the eyes in the inferior edge of that superior orbital rim. And I put on mascara and a lip tint. And that's how it looks. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was helpful somehow. And now I'm going to take it off because it's 12 a.m. and I have class tomorrow.